What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of YNR, Billy just refuses to stop. You know, it's like you fucked up when Phyllis of all people, is telling you to back off and just go about your business. Like Phyllis was being the voice of reason, and everybody know Phyllis is as messy as they get. And for her to tell Billy to back down from this whole feud with Victor, that speaks volumes. Like Billy just refuses to listen. Like Phyllis is just one of a few people who kept telling Billy, leave this alone. He just refuses. It's like this obsession is taking over, and it's getting tiresome. It's like Billy is his own worst enemy. And if he continues with this feud, which he obviously is going to do, he's going to lose everything. Before you know it, Jill is going to get fed up and she's going to fire his ass from ChanceCon. And then what are you going to do? Like, he just does not listen. For him to go up to Tara and tell her, oh, your husband signed that contract under duress, so it should nullify that deal with Victor and stuff like that. And he's hoping that if Locke, when Locke comes out of his surgery or he awakens or whatever, he's hoping that, Ashlyn will nullify the deal with Victor for Cyraxis and sell it to ChanceCom. Like, he just refuses to let this go. And Lily was pissed off, you know? Like, cause he just won't stop with this obsession and she's tired of it. But my thing is, what irritates me about Lily is she and Billy will keep having the same argument like, this has been going on for weeks. Her and Billy keep having the same argument about Cyraxis, about Victor, about Adam. And she'll get mad, she'll get upset, and storm off or whatever, and then he'll apologize, they'll end up having sex, and all is forgiven until the next time they start arguing again. And that's exactly what they did today. That's exactly what they did. And I wish Lily would wake up and stop doing that. Like, stop using sex to distract from the issues that's going on in not only their relationship personally, but their business relationship. You know what I mean? It's like Lily needs to stop doing that. She already dealt with a lot of BS from Kane. Now you're moving on from that to go and deal with more BS from Billy now. It's just so stupid. And Lily is way more, she's better than that. So for her to sit there and keep wasting her time with little stupid ass Billy, I'm like, for what? That man is gonna, if she continues to let him do this, it's like he's gonna not only bring himself down, he's gonna bring her down too. Like, she needs to wake up and smell the coffee and get out of this dumbass relationship with some dignity and, with her dignity intact and her reputation. They keep wanting to go up against Victor and stuff. You're not gonna win. Back off of it. It's like he's hell bent on beating Victor, on beating Adam. It's like, for what? What is it gonna do for you? Getting Cyraxis, what does that do for Billy? All it does is for him to walk around and gloat to Victor. That's all it's gonna do for him. It's an ego trip. That's all it is. It's to feed his ego. Like, hell, even Jack told him to let this go, and he still refuses. Like, he's an idiot. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, Nikki finally put her foot down with Victor and basically told him, finally, end of conversation. Because, usually Victor dismisses Nikki basically and tell her, oh, we're done with this conversation. This time, Nikki was like, yeah, I'm done talking about this. Good night. I'm going to bed. I said, well, it's about time. But she still got on my nerves in this episode because, as usual, when Nikki tells a story, she likes to do the revised version of the story, where she's basically talking about, oh, Ashlyn was gonna sell that company to Vicky. Nikki, if you're gonna tell a story, tell the whole damn story. Because initially, no, he was not. He sold that company initially to Victor. He agreed to sell it to Victor. The only reason he was gonna sell it to Victoria was because A, Victor wouldn't renegotiate the deal. B, Victoria wanted a freaking toin cost. Toin cost. Toin cost. A coin toss. Excuse me. I'm like, yeah, you can tell. I need to get me some coffee or something. Um, that's the only reason she won the Cyraxis deal, because of the coin toss and because Victor refuses to up the deal, to up the money. Um, Initially, Victoria had no interest in Cyraxis. she only got interest because Victor wanted to buy it for Adam, and because she wanted to use it to get Billy back in her orbit. Those are the only reasons she wanted that company. I'm sick and tired of everybody talking like Victor stole it out from under her. No, he did not. No, he didn't. He was an original contender for that company. Like, if you're gonna tell a story, tell it right and tell the whole story, or don't tell it at all. Like, Nikki is getting, like, she's getting annoying. And Victor got his private investigators looking for Adam and stuff. He's still trying to, get Adam out from under these charges. Um, I mean, the key to doing that is to expose Chelsea. That's the only way they're gonna get Adam out of this. That's the only way Victor is gonna be able to do it. You gotta expose Chelsea, get her on tape confessing something. You gotta figure out a plan to get to Chelsea. So anyway, Victoria and Nick was sitting there, drinking, having a little meal together or whatever. Victoria yet again was getting on my nerves because she acts like a spoiled ass brat. Sitting there telling Nick, oh, he was smart for getting out from under, Victor and Newman Enterprises and doing his own thing and stuff. My whole thing is Nick was never cut out for big business. Big business is not Nick's strong suit. Running small businesses, that's more Nick's speed. Restless style, Crimson Lights, what he's currently doing with New Hope or whatever they call it. That's more his thing. Small businesses he can handle. Big corporations, I really don't think that's his niche. Like, that's not his. It's not what drives him. It's what drives people like Victor and Victoria. They love doing that. And my thing with Victoria is she needs to just go out and branch out and do her own thing. But see, the last time Victoria tried to do her own thing, she proved to be an utter failure. I mean, look what happened when she, owned Brash and Sassy, and that was an independent company. She damn near ran that company into the ground, and guess who had to bail her out? Big Daddy Victor. Victor had to come and bail her out and give her a bailout and bring her ass back to Newman because she couldn't hack it on her own out there. She couldn't run that company by herself. She was failing. She knew it. So Victor had to give her some money, help her out, bring her back into the fold at Newman because she couldn't cut it. She just couldn't do it. So now you want to sit here and act like you big and bad. Oh, I don't need Victor's respect anymore. I don't need this. And I agree with Nate. If she thinks Victor's just going to walk away permanently from Newman Enterprises, she's bugging. She's bugging. Her best bet is to go out there and try to do her own thing, make her own legacy. Because all she's doing is enhancing Victor's legacy. Newman will always be synonymous with Victor Newman because he founded it and he ran it for decades. So that's always going to be his company. It's never really going to be Victoria's. If Victoria wants to do something, branch out, do your own thing. That's the only thing she can do. I feel like this whole feud between her and Victor is so stupid. Like she's still whining about Cyraxis, a company that she initially didn't even want until she heard Victor was getting involved in it for Adam. That's when she stepped in and was like, oh, let me get this company. No, that company was never hers. It was never meant to be hers. Like, you wanted Newman Enterprises, you got Newman Enterprises. What more do you want? And what Victoria and Nick needs to understand is they can get pissy with Victor all they want to. At the end of the day, if it wasn't for Victor, they would not live that lifestyle that they live. The lavish life. They would not live that life. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. Nikki would not live that life. You know what I'm saying? Nikki didn't know nothing about nothing. She didn't know nothing about class before she got with Victor. That woman was on a pole in the bayou, stripping, taking off her underwear for money in front of strangers before Victor got with her ass. So she better remember that. They all better remember it. Granted, Victor is a SOB. I'm not going to front. Victor has his faults and his flaws, but that man took care of his family. Can't nobody say that he didn't. He set them up for greatness. Look at all of them. They all wealthy. They all got their own money. All of that because of Victor's hard work and sweat. Like, Victoria need to go sit down with all that sob story. Oh, dad is this, dad is that. Oh, shut up. You are running your dad's company. Something you did not build. Did she help along the way? Sure. I'm not going to say her contributions wasn't, significant at Newman Enterprises. They were, but Victor spent days and nights at that damn company building it up. Broke his back to make that company $1 billion brand. And y'all sitting here whining every 5 minutes? Girl, bye. I'm gonna be honest with y'all though. I did like the whole scene with Phyllis and Nick, that little role playing where he was pretending to be Don, the insurance guy, and she was pretending to be Linda. The only thing about it is Phyllis sucks at role playing. Like the best you could do is Linda. Linda owns the hotel. I said, really, Phyllis? The whole point of role playing is to be somebody else. That's the whole point. A whole new character, new occupation. She said hotel owner. I said, really, Phyllis? That's the best you got? You couldn't say you was an exotic dancer or something. You know what I'm saying? Make it sexy, shit. That's the whole point of doing role playing. It's to spice up the relationship, make it sexy, like make it pop. That's the whole point. But I enjoyed it though because it was fun. Um, I wasn't totally on board with Nick and Phyllis because I didn't know where that relationship was going because everything about them just screams sex all day, all night. You know what I mean? But if it works for them, hey, do you. Marriage, they already tried that twice and it failed. So I'm not mad at them for not wanting to get married because, usually Nick would have proposed by now. But, I remember they did talk about that and they like where they are. Nick doesn't want to get married again right now. Probably not for a while, and he's enjoying his time with Phyllis. Them just being together, being casual, having fun. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if they did get married, I feel like it would ruin it. Because marriage in some way it changes people's relationships. Um and sometimes not for the better. Sometimes marriage change it for the worse, and I never understood that. It's like when I see people that are married that used to have so much fun when they were just dating, and then once they got married, everything just turned to seriousness. I was like, why can't it still be fun like when y'all were just dating? You know what I mean? Why I gotta be so serious all the time? And I never understood that. So I'm happy that Nick and Phyllis are enjoying each other and they're just having fun. Taking things one day at a time, and I like it. I think that's a good casual relationship. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Elena is getting on my nerves because I'm so tired of her walking around looking sad every 5 minutes. It's like, girl, you did this to yourself. Like you the one flip flopping. Don't know who you want to be with. That's on you. You know. I could definitely see Lola and Nate getting together because their chemistry, I think, is pretty decent so far from what I've seen. And I think they need to find something for Lola to do because she's kind of been idling by for a while. So, you know, um, but they were sitting there enjoying each other's company as society, laughing, talking about sports and all that good stuff. And I said, okay, I see the vibe between them. I said, all right. It's definitely gonna cause some conflict between Lola and Elena because not only are they friends, but it's like y'all roommates, and now she getting a little too cozy with her ex man, who she still got feelings for. So it's gonna be messy, and I'm here for it. It's gonna be a lot of mess. Um, some good mess too. I definitely enjoyed Devon and Amanda scene. Though. I'm happy that Devon is gonna honor Neil by creating a jazz label and stuff like that, and giving opportunities to local jazz artists and stuff, underrated jazz artists, and donating money and proceeds and stuff to Neil and Jack's charity and stuff. I think that's pretty dope. I love that. Devon. I'm glad that he's using his talents and the money Catherine left him for good use. Um, as far as Amanda go, I'm still on the fence about her defending her newfound family in this legal matter because I feel like she's gonna wind up with egg on her face. Like I just don't want to see Amanda get hurt like that. And I feel like she needs to back off this case because nothing good is gonna come of this. Like these people are, I feel like they're playing her, and I feel like they're playing games, and she don't need to be a part of that. To be totally honest, I really feel like she shouldn't. And she's just wasting her time. Like I just wanted to see Amanda win, and I'm glad her and Devon, she's giving him another shot and another chance and stuff like that, which is cool. But this case with her newfound granddaddy and her new mother and all that stuff, her birth mother, I just feel like it's gonna get messy. Like some things are gonna come out that she's not gonna be happy about. Then on top of that, she gotta worry about Victor because this case now involves his company. So she has to look into what happened all those years ago, And we already know Victor is not. He's not answering her question. So clearly, there's something he knows, obviously, and there's some type of cover up going on. So we shall see. Wouldn't it be interesting because they said this happened like 30 years ago? Wasn't Neil working at Newman around 30 years ago? So what if Neil is somehow involved in this? You know what I mean? Like, what if I'm just putting it out there because you never know. I mean, Neil was at Newman, I believe, around that time frame. So I mean, who knows? It might cause a little conflict down the line between her and Devon if somehow Neil's name pops up. Who knows? Because if memory serves, wasn't he an executive with the company around that time? 30 years? Because 30 years would have been 1990, around 1990. So who knows? And you know they like to juggle numbers around sometimes, so you never know. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode though. I really did. This was a pretty good episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about it, and I'll see y'all all later. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.